Good morning, students. Today we'll start with a new chapter, that is chemical effects of electric current. You all know, children, that electricity is an essential part of modern living. Electricity provides us with light, heat, and it operates a variety of products, machinery products like motor cars, refrigerators, televisions, ovens, pumps, heaters, so on. The list will go on and on. And it can power huge engines of high speed electric train and turn a piece of iron into a magnet. So in this chapter we will learn more about the effects of electricity. Now you can look at these pictures and you have to find out what are the mistakes that these children are making. I hope it's very easy for you all. In A, what is he doing? He is putting his fingers in the socket, okay, which should not be done. The child will get a electric shock. Here there is an immersion rod and the switch is on. Again there are chances of getting an electric shock. Then the heater, the child is touching the switchboard with the wet hands. You all know that water is a very good conductor of electricity. So even if there is any breakage or any problem here, the person will get an electric shock. What about this figure? In this figure, again you can see directly he is touching the going to check. Okay, so again it is wrong. You should put off the switch and then whatever testing has to be done should be done. Here the wires are being cut with a scissor. Okay, again the switches are on and this is metal, so the person is most likely to get an electric shock. Okay, so what do you learn from all these figures? That you should never touch electric wires and switches with your wet hands or your bare hands. Why? Because you will get an electric shock. Water is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so the current will flow. So you can get an electric shock. Then you have studied in your earlier classes about conductors and insulators. You all know very well what are conductors. Conductors are the materials which allow electric current to pass through them, and insulators are the materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them. And how do we test whether current is passing through or not through a particular material? We check it through the insulators. We check it through a tester. Okay, with the help of a tester, we check whether current is passing or not. Here one activity is given to check whether, to study about conductors and insulators. What have you taken? You have taken a torch bulb, fixed it in a holder, a dry cell, and materials like copper wire, iron wire, aluminum wire, then cotton thread, rubber string, strips of paper, plastic. Okay, you have to connect this circuit like this to a battery, or you have connected a copper wire which is again connected to a bulb. Okay, then what will you see? You all know very well, children, that this bulb will glow and this bulb will not glow. What is the reason? The reason is that copper wire is a conductor, so it will conduct electricity. So the bulb will glow. Whereas the cotton thread, which is an insulator, it will not allow electric current to pass. So the bulb will not glow. So we took some other materials also, like what? Iron wire, aluminium. So copper, iron, aluminium, all these wire will conduct electricity and the bulb will glow. And the materials like cotton thread, rubber string, strips of paper and plastic, they will not allow electricity to pass through them. So they are insulators and the bulb will not glow. You all must have seen an electrician working at the poles or doing some work at your home. What does the electrician do? The electrician wears rubber gloves in his hands or the electrician also uses the tools which have rubber coating on their handles. So whenever you are doing any electric work, children, please use the tools which have got insulators on their handles. Clear? Even in our homes also, copper wires, aluminum wires, they all are covered with insulators. Like either they are covered with rubber or they are covered with PVC. Okay? So, you should be very careful while handling any of the electrical objects. So, for today we will wind up here only. The rest will continue in the next video. Thank you, children.